HMRC has just confirmed it. If you are earning interest on cash sitting inside your stocks and shares ISA or innovative finance ISA, you are about to get taxed on it. Not a rumor, confirmed. And there is one very specific way they are doing it that most people are going to misunderstand completely. Let me break it down exactly what is changing, when it happens, who it actually affects, and the loophole that is still wide open right now. What is being confirmed? Here is what HMRC have just published. Two things are happening from next tax year. First, something we already knew was coming. The cash ISA allowance is being cut from £20,000 a year to £12,000 a year. That applies to anyone under the age of 65. If you are over 65, none of this affects you at all. You keep the full £20,000. Second, and this is the new part, HMRC are introducing a 22% charge on interest earned on cash holdings inside non-cash ISAs. That means cash sitting inside a stocks and shares ISA or an innovative finance ISA. Let me tell you exactly what HMRC has said because the wording matters here. HMRC say they are confirming an anti-circumvention rule to support the ISA reforms announced at the budget. To prevent circumvention of the lower cash ISA limit, the rules will introduce a 22% charge on interest paid on cash holdings held in stocks and shares ISAs and innovative finance ISAs. So what HMRC notification is saying, non-cash ISAs will be prevented from holding 100% in cash or money market funds. Further details are coming in the next HMRC tax bulletin. Clearing up the confusion. No, here is where people are going to get confused, and I want to stop that right now. This is not a tax on your cash. It is a tax on the interest your cash earns. Completely different thing. You are going to see headlines saying tax on cash in your ISA, and that is going to scare people and make ISAs sound more complicated than they are. Let's be clear. If you made £100 in interest, roughly £22 of that gets taken by the platform and paid to HMRC. That is it. Your underlying cash is not touched. Does this affect you? Honestly, for most people, this changes nothing. If you are holding cash in an ISA just because that is where it happens to sit, but you are not relying on meaningful interest from it, you are not going to notice. This is really targeting people using non-cash ISAs as a backdoor way to shelter large interest earning cash piles. The loophole. Here is the part that makes this whole thing almost pointless. The rule is very specifically worded. It only restricts 100% cash or money market funds. It says nothing about other cash-like products, short-term bond funds, longer-term bond funds. These are not technically caught by the wording, but the real gap, the loophole that makes this almost laughable is this. All you need is £1 invested in an actual stock or ETF inside that account, and the rest can sit in cash. You are no longer 100% in cash or money market funds. You are holding a stock, technically compliant, completely defeats the purpose of the rule. The practical problems. This raises a string of questions HMRC has not answered yet. How are platforms even meant to administer this in practice? Are they going to flag you the moment your account drifts towards all cash? What happens if you only hold cash for a few days while deciding where to invest? Does that get taxed too? Or is there some kind of grace period? Right now, it sounds like platforms will just deduct it at source, which honestly feels like a logistical mess waiting to happen. Why this does not even achieve its goal? Here is my actual issue with this. The entire stated reason for these changes, cutting the cash ISA limit, taxing cash interest in other ISAs, was to push more people into investing. So ask yourself, does any of this actually help someone start investing? It doesn't. What it does is make the ISA system more complicated at a time when most people already don't understand how ISAs work. You are going to get a wave of scary headlines about tax on your ISA, which will put people off investing, not encourage them. If you actually want to get more people investing, the answer is education. Explaining the stock market is not a casino, removing the fear, not adding another layer of rules on top of a system people already find confusing. The numbers don't even justify it. And here is the bit that really gets me asked. The 20,000 to 12,000 cut barely affects anyone. Most people are not saving anywhere near £12,000 a year into an ISA. If you are consistently saving £1,000 a month, that is already a huge achievement for most households. So this change won't touch the vast majority of savers, which makes me think, why bother changing it at all for such marginal impact? The political angle. You will get these tax changes that will take effect next financial year under a different government, quite possibly a different chancellor. That is everything confirmed so far. To summarize, cash ISA limit drops to £12,000 for under 65s, 22% charge on interest earned on cash inside non-cash ISAs. A loophole exists but expected to get tightened eventually, and most people won't be affected either way. I would love to know what you think. Comment below. Do you think this actually helps people invest, or is it just unnecessary complexity? If you found this video helpful, hit subscribe. See you in the next video.